What's up, everybody? This is Miss Pilgrim, and I'm going to show you how I might organize my Google Drive. This is a great tip if you are like me and you have a Google Drive that is disorganized. You may want to make it a little bit easier to navigate as you upload and download assignments for digital learning. So here I am in my Drive, and I have my most recent assignments. Those are always going to change with whatever I'm recently working on, but you probably have a bunch of random files in your Drive that you've created over time that you never put into a folder. And we've got to fix that habit because a lot of the Canvas sites, you're going to have to navigate your Drive and then find the exact assignment that you want to upload, either to submit to class as an assignment or to use in your instruction. So what I've done is I've created folders, and what I like to do is create a numbering system to make sure that the folder that I use most frequently is at the front of the pack, and so that's easy to click on. Let's say if I'm a student, I'm going to create a folder for my classwork this year. I'm going to click New Folder, and then I'm going to call this 2020, 2021 classwork. Okay, so I create that. But oh no, look, it happens to plop that in the middle of the pack. So if you want this to be at the front of the pack, you can number it. So we can go down to rename, and you can give it a number. You can say that this is number 1, 2020, 2021 classwork. Or you could simply go up here and you can create a star. And if you put the asterisk there, stars go in front of numbers, and boom, there it is, right? Notice that I also like color coding. So if you right click again, you can go and change the color on these things and keep a color scheme. I like rainbows, so that's kind of what I do. So now I can visually find this really quickly. Now inside 2020, 2021 classwork, for students, I recommend that you create folders for each of your classes. You're going to use the same system. So I'm going to make a folder, and for first period, maybe first period trimester 1, I have anatomy. So I'm going to create that folder. And notice that I'm going to leave the T1 so that I can know that it's trimester 1, because presumably I might have something like anatomy or English or biology another trimester, and I want to keep that separate. I could create another folder that could be English or language arts, whatever I'm taking, etc. Right? And as long as I use my numbering system, I can move these around, and remember, you can rename and color code. Then inside of your courses, I would not just start dropping files, because you're going to have a lot by the end of the term. So I would still organize. And if your teacher is setting up their Canvas classroom by week, it makes sense that you set up your folders by week as well. So I'm going to call this week 1. But here's the tip. Don't just say week 1, because you're going to have week 1 folders in multiple other course folders. And so when you're searching your Drive for information, you're not going to know which week 1 it is. So I'm going to say week 1 anatomy. And then I'm probably going to add a topic just so that it's a little bit clearer. So in anatomy, we talked about, let's say, cardiovascular stuff the first week. Okay, and so I create that folder, and there it is. And again, you can color code. And then anything that I need to put into week 1 will be there. And then the second week, I'm going to create another folder. Right, so you get the gist. Now let's go back to your Drive into those plethora of assignments that you have. As long as these are assignments that you've created, you can move them wherever you want. So let's say there's the cardiovascular KWL, and I made this assignment, but I don't want it here in random land. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to move. So I'm going to say move to, and I'm going to direct this file to my new cardiovascular assignment. And see, first thing in my Drive is that starred item. And so that makes it really easy for me to find. I'm going to go to anatomy, because that's my first class, and cardiovascular. So see how it makes it so easy to find the folder when it's named appropriately. I'm going to move it there, and now I get a verification that that's where that assignment goes, and it does not exist in my random mess of folders. Okay, so that's how to set up your drive. Please take advantage of that if you will. And if you want, stick around for part 2, which is going to be our advanced organization of your shared drive.